Hi everybody, it's Kristin, and I have a concealer video for you guys today. I've been asked quite a few times lately for some reason about the concealers I have in my collection, kind of how I feel about them, and just kind of bring my opinions to you. So that's what that is what we're going to go ahead and do today. So I have them before me. I kind of have them in different categories. So there are a few that, let me just talk about these first two. These are two that I have in my collection that the jury is still out on because I haven't tried them, but I'm curious to, or I've tried them only once or twice, but I'm curious to know your opinions on them. So this one I'm trying to get out of the box. I know that there are a few people in my life that I love and trust that really like this product. This is the benefit, and I just have a little sample size I got at some point, of the Airbrush Concealer, and I just haven't tried it yet. It feels very creamy to me. I won't swatch these because that's not going to do you any good. But it's in the shade number 1, and it's the Airbrush Concealer. So this is the one that replaced the old Boing. So this one I've not tried yet. I just wanted to mention it because I'm curious what you guys think, so let me know below. The other one that the jury's still out on, I've used it a few times, and that's the Eve Pearl Dual Salmon Concealer. And you guys saw me talk about this in my Eve Pearl Get Ready With Me and review video. And it was kind of a review more on the foundation, really. So those are the two shades that are in the fair. I'm gonna put them heavily swatched there. You can actually see them. They have way more pigment than that Boing one did, I gotta say. So it's just, jury's still out on those, so I don't wanna have, I don't wanna make an opinion. I've only used it a few times, but again, I'm curious your thoughts. Okay, next section is ones that I have in my collection that I use mainly on my face. These I don't have in any order. The other ones that I use under my eyes, I'm going to put those in a little bit of an order for you guys. So the first one is the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer. This one I think is intended for your under eyes. I just prefer it due to its consistency on my face. So I have it in the shade, did I say Fair Light? Light Beige, excuse me, Light Beige. And I just am going to blend out a little bit. There is some great coverage with this. So if I have something on my face I don't like, I will use this. I just feel like it's a little bit too heavy for my under eye, which is why I prefer it for my face. And another one that you guys have heard me talk about for years because it's the Never Ending Concealer. I'm just about ready to give up the ghost on this one because it just keeps going and going. I've been trying to use it up forever. This is the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I know I purchased this when it very first came out. There's not even any writing on it anymore. And this one, again, this is too heavy, does not work. It is not creaseless under your eyes. And again, I'm going to give you a little swatch of it. I'm fairly certain my shade in this was light, but I can't tell because it's worn off. And there you go. It's just great for your face, especially this little, because it's got a little pinpoint, you can kind of just really dot on your face and then blend it out with your finger. Really like that one for my face. Did not like it under my eyes at all. I just felt like, and I should say this too before I get into the under eye portion here. I have drier under eyes. I try to use really good eye creams. Sometimes I'm testing an eye cream that isn't as delightful as one that I normally use. And so my eyes won't be as in good condition as I try. But both of these, when I used them on my under eyes, even if they were in really good condition, made them look like they weren't and made them look older and crepier and less delightful. So I don't like those ones so much for that. And the same goes for this. This is the Nude Sticks in Light 3. I like this one. I'll give you a little swatch for blemishes on my face as well. And all three of those stay amazingly well and they don't disappear. So I'm really happy with those. I mean, I certainly don't need 3 of them in my collection for my face, but it's not like I have 20, right? Okay, so let's get into what I currently have in my collection that are meant for under eyes. And we're gonna go least favorite to most favorite. So the first one I have is the Clé de Peau. This I just recently talked about in a fails video. This is meant, for your under eyes. It's very pigmented, but I just don't like it under my eyes. That's what it looks like. I was gonna kind of blend it out here a little bit. It's just, if you have any speck of dry skin, it's gonna pick up on that. And you can see though, I'm not sure how to show you there. Can you see how where it is, very concentrated, it does kind of make the pores disappear, and then you can see on the edge there. And that's kind of what it does when it wears away. All of a sudden it looks like you have way more pores than you did before, even under your eyes. It's just, in my opinion, is not worth the $70. If you have oily skin, you might really like that. Dry girls, not so much. Now I have 6 other ones, and these ones I like. That's why they're still in my collection. This is still in the order in which I like them. So number 6 is the Amazing Cosmetics, and this was like the Hydrate Conceal, and I have it in the shade Fair. And maybe I'll leave some of these on there for you. This is very creamy, very nice. I will, and you can see, let me just show you, I've used a good amount of that. I really do like this. I just feel like it doesn't quite have the longevity of some of the other ones, and I really prefer, I have learned that I prefer a different sort of method. I prefer a pump or a wand. That's just kind of what I've learned I prefer. So product is nice. The longevity just isn't quite as good, but is very, I blended it out a little bit for you there. It is very hydrating, very, very hydrating. Next up in my lineup, so this would be number 5, is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealing Pot. I just reviewed this. I really like this. I have had and have gotten rid of the Bye Bye Under Eye Illuminate and the Bye Bye Under Eye, just the regular one. I didn't like those at all for dry eyes. They just did not work. This is so nice and so creamy, really pigmented, good coverage without looking like you're getting coverage, you know what I mean? Getting coverage. I really do like that. I don't like having to stick my finger in it. And that's just kind of that's just a preference, and I mean those little things make a difference, I think. And some people really like that. I think probably this would be great in my kit because I could scoop it out with a spatula, apply it with a brush or beauty blender or whatever. So anyway, that is number 5. Number 4 is the Born This Way, and I'm trying to see what shade I have it in. I'm sure there was a sticker on here. I'm fairly certain that this is, oh gosh, I can't remember. I will look it up and I will put it below for you guys. I'll look in my haul to see what shade I got it in. I just can't remember, I apologize. And like I said, the sticker is gone. I want to say it was light or fair. Anyway. I really like this. I'm surprised. This doesn't have as much coverage. So if I have a really, like day where I need some coverage, I feel like this isn't the best bet, but I like the doe foot applicator on it. I like the coverage that it gives when I'm not super, like if I really have some dark eyes, it's not, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. When you don't need that much coverage, you don't want that much coverage because you don't want it to look like a bunch of makeup if you don't need it. Am I making any sense here? So anyway, let me just blend this out a little bit so that you can see like I did for the others. Very nice. I really like that. I really like it. And I was surprised. I was prepared to not like that. Okay, so this is the Estee Lauder Perfectionist. While this isn't a stick, and that's not my favorite, it is a very, I don't know that I've ever talked about this. I really should probably pull out the Perfectionist foundation and do a review on that and this together. Maybe that would be helpful so you guys can see. So there it is, and kind of blend it out a little bit. I really like this. It's very moisturizing. I find it to be hydrating. It doesn't pull fine lines and wrinkles for me. It has this other end that I find to be useless though. And that's the, I don't even know, it's like the brightening serum or something. I don't know. I find it to be pointless. So that's what it looks like. And it has a little shimmer to it. I just haven't found a way, but I'll show you. So when you blend it, it just disappears. I don't know. So I find it to be pointless. So I like the concealer. I wish you could just get the concealer and not this, but at any rate. All right. My second favorite, and it really is a toss-up between these two. I kind of go back and forth between this one and the one that I'll have as number 1. And I just bought a replacement for this. I have used an entire one of these up and taken out the stopper and scraped out everything in, which tells you how much I really like it. And this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Concealer in the shade 1C Light. And that is what that looks like. I love the application method. It blends out. I don't find it to be drying at all. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation now is too drying for my face. I don't find the concealer to be drying at all. And that is what it looks like. And I'd be curious too, anybody that has any thoughts on any of these, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions too. I think, and maybe if you share it, share kind of what your skin type is, what your under eye is, that sort of thing. I think that's really helpful for everybody. And I always learn so much from the comments that you guys leave. And then lastly, this is not going to be any shock to you, is the MAC Pro Longwear. I have the shade in NC20. I do feel like sometimes the one that's a step up from this, I think it's NC, color-wise, it's NC15, is too light. So, but I'm not gonna mix two colors for concealer. I'm just not gonna do it. A lot of people don't like this because it gets messy. I don't love that either. I feel like I'm forever wiping this off. You kind of have to learn how to work the pump. A lot of people don't like that. And you can't really, unless you risk like bodily harm, you can't get the very last little bit out of this. And that also drives some people crazy. But for me, the product is so good that it's worth it. I'm just pump a little bit out here on my skin. This covers well. It's a thin consistency, but it gives really good coverage. It doesn't show any dry or fine lines. You can see how well that covers. It doesn't pull any dryness. It's just an amazing concealer. I absolutely love it. If I had to pick one, and I did in my ride or die, I think I picked this one. I hadn't used this one in a while, so I don't know. I literally just got this one in the mail not that long ago when I repurchased it. So I kind of need to use these, use this one day, use that one day, and kind of, determine again which one. As I really feel like though this one's gonna end up just edging out the Estee Lauder Double Wear a little bit. So anyway, I hope that was helpful to those of you that really wanted to see this. I've gone over everything that's on my face in the previous video. I will have it listed below though in case you should want to see it. And I think that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and in everything that you do, be beautiful. Bye.